guest is making her first appearance on The Tonight Show. She's appeared in many, many motion pictures. And a reporter once described her as a lady who makes Zsa Zsa and Pamela Mason sound like blushing flowers of reticence. Would you welcome, please, Binnie Barnes. Well, nice to see you. Always wanted to meet you. That is true. Everybody always assumes because you work in Hollywood or you're an entertainer, you know everybody else.
Not true.
Is there anybody out here in the years you've been in Hollywood that you've never met, that you've wanted to meet?
No,
you know?
I don't think so, no. They wanted to meet me, they met me.
We were talking about when Sandy went to New York as a young lady. You've been in Hollywood a number of years.
I never met Sandy.
You never met Sandy either?
And I think she's marvelous.
Yes, she's a lovely young lady.
Very courageous. Very courageous, because I know what you went through.
Yes, and Mr. Martin here was slightly warped.
Is he warped?
He's a little
I like warped
strange.
people. That's very nice. Gives you sort of an intellectual thing.
Well, how'd you get the name Binnie? That's a very unusual name.
Binnie?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't doing any good at the time, may I say. And I went to an astrologer, and I was doing a cowboy act. Yes, I was. With ropes and things, which I stole from somebody who was doing a Will Rogers act.
Sure.
And I thought this was great. They called me Texas Bill Barnes, which wasn't very pleasant because I thought I was rather sexy. And I guess I wasn't. And I had little buck teeth at the time, which I had straightened since. And I stole this whole act, and the astrologer said, you should change the name. Barnes is my real name.
Right.
So they should be 6 and 6. So I was walking along London around Piccadilly Circus, and I saw a woman, called Binnie Hale, who was terribly, terribly well, and they loved her. You know? So I said, that sounds pretty good. So I stole the name.
That's
B-I-N-N-I-E, Binnie Barnes, 6 and 6. And I was doing this act, and all of a sudden, the next day I got a contract. And I thought it was great. I'd never been to an astrologer since or after, and this was it. That's how I got the name.
Astrology has had kind of a rekindling in the last few years all over the country. A lot of people seem to...
Great rekindling. I'd never been back to it, but I guess it was all right for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
What sign are you? People ask, that's the current thing.
I'm an Aries, which is the bull. Oh, I'm very bullish. Yes, I am. Yes, indeed.
Somebody told me you're one of 16 children.
Yes, I am. I'm the last of 16 children. I'm the head of the family. Would you say the mafia?
Good heavens.
Offhand, yes. I take care of everybody that dies in my family. That means that I supply them with suits if they're dead. You see?
You do, really?
Yes, I do, indeed. My husband will verify this. You see, half of us are Jewish and half of us are Catholic. You see, the Catholics sat one side and Jews the other. We weren't allowed to talk about religion at any time of our lives. But when anybody died, they called me up and said, Joe's dead. And I said, oh, fine. I immediately went to the closet and found one of Mike's suits. Mike is my husband.
Mike Frankovich, the producer.
He's my husband. Well, we were in Italy at the time that, I don't know, Arthur died, probably. And Mike had ordered a lot of suits from a very fine man called Garanci or whatever his name is. And they were brand new, and it was the time that they had those sort of silky suits.
Yeah.
You remember? They were lovely.
Very bright, kind of shiny.
And I'm rather short-sighted, as you see. I've got glasses. And I'm rather short-sighted. And I looked in the closet, and I saw a beautiful blue suit that looked rather worn, I thought. But Mike had never had it on, and I didn't know this. And so I said, that'll do nice for Arthur. And Mike had been on a trip, and Mike came in, and as he came into the airport, I said, we've got to go and see Arthur. He's dead. And he said, oh. And in my family in England, they laid him up. And you paid homage to them for a week, and you said, dear Arthur, and everybody talked to dear Arthur. It was quite a nice family thing. So I said to Mike, we've got to see him. So as we went by the beer, he's sitting up, you know, we'd say hello,
sitting
Arthur.
Up?
Oh, yeah, they sit him up. Rather Irish. Oh, yes, very Irish, candles and stuff. Catholics, Irish, Jewish, I didn't care. It didn't make any difference. And Mike is at the end of a long line. He's never seen Arthur. He doesn't know half of my family anyway. And as we're getting near, he says he's got my suit on. And he said, take it off of him. I said, dear, Arthur's a stiff. You can't take it off of him. He said, it's a brand new suit I've never had on. And I didn't know. I thought it was shiny.
That was the style.
Didn't see, and I thought it was an old suit, but it wasn't at all. But that was Arthur, and he wore the suit, and I guess he's still in it.
Let's certainly hope so. That takes care of Arthur. You've worked with... we have to do a commercial here. I'm getting a little signal here. Not too little a signal either. But we'll take a word from one of our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Anytime it rains, pennies from heaven.
Want to get heavenly sleep for just pennies a day and save up to 50% off? Don't miss Sit and Sleep's President's Sale. With special 3-year interest-free financing, you can sleep on a Sherwood for just 70 pennies a day. Or Serta Perfect Sleeper for just 100 pennies a day. And a Temper Cloud for just 135 pennies a day. And get free local delivery. So sleep for just pennies a day during Sit and Sleep's President's Sale. Sit and Sleep will beat anyone's advertised price, or your mattress is free!
How does Time Warner Cable Business Class power small business success?
With a network serving customers from coast to coast.
And a team of thousands all doing our part.
To give you service that you can rely on.
Bundle 10 meg high-speed internet, phone, and Wi-Fi hotspot access for $99.98 per month. Ask how to get a $200 Visa prepaid card.
We've got a range of internet bundles that are just your speed.
Backed by customer support that works as hard as you do.
And with a money-back guarantee, your decision is easy.
Bundle 10 meg high-speed internet, phone, and Wi-Fi hotspot access for $99.98 per month. Ask how to get a $200 Visa prepaid card when your business needs fast solutions.
One call.
One call.
One call can make it possible.
Call today or visit us online to learn more.
Attention retired NFL players, you and your family could be due money. A federal judge approved the plan to compensate players and families of deceased players for those diagnosed with Alzheimer's, ALS, Parkinson's, dementia, depression, memory loss, mood swings, and other neurological diseases. Individual payouts could reach $5 million per player. Don't wait. Call or visit NFLInjuryCenter.com to see if you qualify. Call 1-800-547-0901.
Connection is what makes us family.
Hi, Daddy. Hey, Grandma.
Mom. Feeling close.
How you doing?
Even when we're not.
So much better now.
That's why Vonage has created a whole new way for families to connect. Like a home phone that rings to your smartphone.
Hey, Danny, where are you? Dad?
So you'll always be there. And when you can block unwanted calls with a swipe of a finger, it's easy to stay connected to the people who matter most.
Look, I've got some great news to tell you.
Tell me from the beginning, okay?
With unlimited calling across the U.S., Canada, and Mexico on both your home and mobile phone, you pay less to connect more. Switch to Vonage today for just $9.99 a month for a full year.
Call 1-888-211-5066 or go to Vonage.com today and find out why we're in the business of better.
We're talking with Binnie Barnes. You just mentioned a lovely young lady that's had a lot of publicity lately. You play her mother in 40 Carats, Liv Ullman?
Liv Ullman, yes. I played her mother, yes. How do you like that? I'm a grandmother. Yeah.
Does that bother you? It bothers a lot of ladies, you know, to say, oh, I'm playing a grandmother in a picture
audience,
or so forth.
You know, I don't know. It doesn't bother me because I'm an old broad and I've been around for an awful long time, you know. I think a lot of women like it that I'm this age. Now, Liv is playing a 40-year-old woman in 40 Carats, and she's not 40 by any means. She's up for an Academy Award. Gene Kelly's in the picture. and Edward Albert, young Edward Albert, who's divine in the picture.
Right.
Edward and Milton Casellas, who directed the picture. He directed Butterflies Are Free also. And Lenny Gersh, who wrote the picture. Now, people say to me, do you mind playing a grandmother? I say no. Does anybody want to know how old I am?
Yes. But they say it's not polite to ask.
I don't mind telling you. But I will tell you, I'm 59.
Really?
You know? What do we know? Well, it's true.
59 isn't old.
I don't think so,
No,
because I
I
do a discotheque dance with Gene Kelly that's absolutely fabulous. Without him, of course, I couldn't do it. He leads me all the way, which is great.
Yeah.
He's 20 years late. I wish I'd got him 20 years ago. You know, this would have been absolutely marvelous. But he's absolutely divine. He's divine in the picture. And I think we've got a good picture.
That's great. I hope it's a big success.
I think it will be.
You've been described, and you are, from what I hear, quite outspoken. Have you ever...
Yes,
If people ask you for an opinion, you tell them the truth in this town, because...
Yes.
That can be dangerous to a lot of careers. People say, what do you think?
Oh,
And they play the
dangerous at
game.
my age. Nothing is dangerous. Nothing.
Yeah. Have you ever said things to people that you wish you hadn't said?
No, never. It was always the truth. If I said it, they may not have liked it. A lot of people don't like what I say. But I don't really give a damn. I must say I'm old enough not to care.
I think that starts to...
Let's face that, too.
You know, parents tell children to be popular. You know, it's to be well-liked.
Who gives a damn whether you're popular or not? I like the young kids. I think they're great.
Hey, you're a good guest. I hope you'll come back and do this again, because you've got an incredible amount of stories and things you can talk about.
I can talk and talk.
Good night. I'm humbled by that applause.